Imagine a wolf, not just any wolf, but a sea wolf, using tools to outsmart humans. Sounds like a scene from a fantasy novel, right? But this is exactly what researchers in British Columbia have captured on camera, and it's shaking up everything we thought we knew about animal intelligence. Published on November 19, 2025, a groundbreaking study in the journal Ecology and Evolution. https://onlinelibrary.wiley.com/doi/10.1002/EC3.72348 reveals that BC sea wolves have been observed pulling crab traps out of the ocean to feast on the bait inside. This marks the first documented evidence of possible tool use in this species, and it's a big deal. The story began in 2023 when crab traps set up by the Hautsuck First Nation to combat the invasive European green crab started turning up damaged. Researchers Kyle Artell and Paul Paquette, initially baffled, set up cameras near Bella Bella on BC's central coast to uncover the culprit. And this is the part most people miss. They never expected wolves to be the culprits. After all, how could a land animal dive deep enough to reach the traps? But within just one day, the cameras told a different story. Footage showed a sea wolf emerging from the water with a buoy in its mouth. It dropped the buoy on the beach, grabbed the exposed line, and pulled until the trap surfaced. The wolf then carried the trap to shallower water and devoured the bait. We had to pick our jaws off the floor. Artell told the Canadian Press, https://www.thecanadianpress.nu.ca/environment/BC wolves use line to pull up crab traps in first possible tool use/article_VAFCDD6BAVRIFHTML. We know they're smart, but this level of problem solving? It never crossed our minds. What's even more fascinating is that another wolf was later caught on camera performing the same behavior, suggesting these wolves are learning from each other. But here's where it gets controversial. How did they develop this skill? Artell speculates that the wolves may have first encountered the traps during low tide, when they were partially exposed. From there, they could have incrementally learned to associate the buoy and line with the trap, a process not unlike how humans learn through trial and error. Is this a clear case of tool use, or just clever opportunism? The debate is on. To further study this behavior while minimizing damage to the crab traps, researchers have now set up 24/7 cameras. But this raises another question. What does this mean for conservation efforts? If sea wolves are adapting to human-made challenges, how should we respond? For those unfamiliar, the BC sea wolf, also known as the Vancouver coastal sea wolf, is a unique subspecies of gray wolf found only along the Pacific Northwest coast. These semi-aquatic predators have a diet almost entirely based on marine life and hold significant cultural importance for local Indigenous communities, often symbolizing wealth and good fortune. Yet, despite their cultural significance, they remain famously elusive, rarely interacting with humans. This discovery not only highlights the remarkable intelligence of sea wolves, but also challenges us to rethink our understanding of animal cognition. What other hidden abilities might these creatures possess? And how should we adjust our conservation strategies to account for their adaptability? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. This is a conversation that's just getting started.